All right, let's jump right in. We're about to unpack one of the most profound and, honestly, one of the most mysterious chapters in the entire Bhagavad Gita. It's called Sovereign Knowledge and Sovereign Mystery. And it basically promises to share a secret that, once you get it, can free you from all sorts of trouble.
So, right out of the gate, Krishna hits us with this massive cosmic riddle. He says, all beings have roots in me, but I do not have a root in them. I mean, what? Everything comes from him, but he isn't in them? It sounds like a total contradiction.
So yeah, what could that possibly mean? It just seems to fly in the face of how we usually think about a creator and its creation, right? But stick with me here because cracking this riddle is really the key to understanding this entire chapter.
And see, that's the thing. This isn't just some confusing sentence. It's a deliberate divine paradox. It's designed to make us stretch our minds way beyond our normal, everyday kind of logic.
Okay, so let's break it down. The first part is pretty easy to get our heads around. Just think of the divine as the ultimate origin point, the source code for all of reality. But that second part, that's the kicker. The source isn't limited by or trapped inside its own creation. So how on earth are we supposed to make sense of that? Well, the Gita gives us this absolutely brilliant analogy to help us visualize it. It tells us to think about the divine not as a being, but as space. Cosmic space itself.
Now, this idea is rooted in something called the Akasha principle. You can think of Akasha as this fundamental, all-pervading ether, or space. It's everywhere, it connects everything, and it holds everything within it.
Okay, let's just walk through this together. Picture the room you're in right now. The space in this room, it's touching and containing every single thing. Your chair, your phone, you. But if you took all of those objects out of the room, what's left? The space. It's still there, completely unaffected. So the objects are in the space, but the space is not in the objects. See? That is the kind of relationship Krishna is trying to describe. The divine contains the entire universe, but the universe doesn't contain the divine.
Krishna even gives us another picture to really drive it home. He says, think about a mighty wind blowing everywhere. It's always moving within space. Space allows the wind to exist, but the space itself isn't the wind. In that exact same way, all of creation exists within the divine.
Now, this paradox builds up to what this particular interpretation of the Gita sees as its most radical, most surprising idea, that God's relationship with our world hasn't been static. It's actually been changing, evolving over time. Okay, get ready for this, because here's the bombshell. According to this teaching, back when the Gita was actually written, the ultimate divine consciousness, Brahman, hadn't fully arrived on Earth yet. It existed, for sure, but it was at a cosmic distance. So this interpretation lays out this incredible cosmic journey. It suggests that at the time of the Gita, the divine was literally outside our solar system. Then, through major figures like Zoroaster, it drew closer, reaching the sun. Then, with Jesus, it entered Earth's spiritual atmosphere, the astral plane. And now, the teaching says, it's here. It has arrived. Which leaves a huge question. How does it fully show up? I mean, that's the obvious next question, isn't it? If this cosmic presence has finally made it to Earth, where is it? Why can't we just see it? Well, the answer shifts from this huge cosmic scale to something incredibly personal. The answer is you. And no, that's not just a nice metaphor. According to this specific teaching, you are a fundamental, essential piece of how the divine manifests on this planet. And this just turns everything completely on its head. It means you're not sitting around waiting for some savior to come down from the sky. This teaching says that you and me and all of us together, we are the means of salvation. We are the way God fully arrives. To put it as simply as possible, your personal spiritual growth, your evolution, that isn't just some private project. It is the process of the divine becoming fully awake and present right here on planet Earth. Let's try another analogy to make this super clear. Think of the total divine consciousness as a single, complete being. Well, all of us, all of humanity, we are the individual cells of that being. And just like any body, It can't be totally healthy and functional if its cells are sick or underdeveloped. So every single step you take to grow, to heal your own consciousness, directly helps the health and the manifestation of the entire being.
So, if this is our cosmic job description, how do we do it? This is where the Gita drops another revolutionary idea. A pathway to connect to God that is open to literally everyone, no matter who you are or where you come from.
You got to remember, at the time, spirituality was often really complicated and super expensive. It involved these elaborate rituals and animal sacrifices that only the rich nobles and the priests could even afford to do. And Krishna just comes in and throws that whole system right out the window. He says, nope, there's a new way, a direct path based on simple, loving devotion. And this is it. This is the new path. It's not about how much your offering is worth. It's about the love behind it. A leaf, a flower, a little bit of water. If you offer it with a pure heart, it is received by the divine. This just blew the doors of spirituality wide open for everybody.
And he means everybody. The inclusivity is absolute. Krishna makes it crystal clear that this path is open to women, to merchants, to laborers, and even to people who are considered sinful or from a lower birth. Anyone, through pure devotion, can reach the highest possible state. And then he takes it even one step further. It's not just about setting aside a moment for a formal offering. It's about turning your whole life into an offering. Every single action, what you do for work, what you eat for lunch, the struggles you overcome, all of it can be performed as an offering to the divine.
The implication of this is just massive. It means there's no more separation between your spiritual life and your regular life. Doing the laundry, dealing with traffic, working on a project, all of it can become a sacred act. Your entire life is the ritual. And so we end with this ultimate, beautiful promise. By fixing your mind on this divine reality, by loving it, by making your life a sacrifice of devotion, you dissolve that feeling of separation. And Krishna promises, to me will you finally come. You will, inevitably, come home to the source. So this leaves us with a really powerful, really practical question. If this path is real, if any action at all can be made sacred, well, it brings this entire cosmic drama right into this very moment. So, what will you offer? What small part of your day, what single action, what thought will you consciously offer today?